Well, the museum began in 1964. It grew out of the Survey of English Language and Folklore, which I started at the University of Sheffield that year. And it had all kinds of items in it, the survey, language and children's material, customs and beliefs and so forth. But the sixth of the categories we had was material culture, work techniques, arts and crafts. And it so happened that my grandfather had died a little earlier than that, and he left me all his basket making tools. And I didn't know anything about basket making, and I asked my dad about it, and he didn't know anything about basket making. So I began to do a bit of research on local basket makers. And Paul Smith, who was my early helper with the survey, went round with me to various parts of the country, taking out the survey and encouraging people to respond to the survey. And so we took a little display of this material in the basket maker's shop on this side here. And gradually people first of all started to give us more basket making tools and samples of baskets and so forth. And it was about that time that we realised that a lot of small businesses in Sheffield, local craftsmen, the little mesters, the cutlers, were all disappearing and the places were shutting down. And so we happened to pass a little shop in Howard Street owned by Leclerc's, the cutlers, and they were silversmiths and engravers as well. And they simply had a little notice in the window with a little box of tools there saying offers on these tools. So we finally went to the Leclerc's shop and did the same there, and gradually the material we collected grew, and we were eventually housed here in this museum. So I think we'll go across to the Leclerc's now, shall we? And Leclerc's was a wonderful little shop to go into. It was a family business, and obviously with a French origin, and we simply went in and made an offer of £5 for this little box of engraving tools. And then we began to ask, well, what's going to happen to the retail shop? And they said, well, you know, they were going to get out the premises, they had to leave, and so we asked if we could dismantle the fittings in the retail shop, and this is exactly what we have here. The complete shop reconstructed with all the original fittings. We were then able to get their workshop from upstairs and all those fittings which we have in store here, and then we discovered that they were engravers and were able to get all kinds of material from there as well. And so it just happened like that. It grew slowly but surely, and once the university provided us with this building, we were able to set up the museum with the Manpower Services Commission community programs helping us to do all the building, and one or two really gifted joiners and people that knew exactly how to set things up. And what we see now is still in a small church hall, but you get an encapsulated picture here of life and work in Sheffield from about 1850 to 1950. That century is the time we really concentrate on. There's something here for everyone. You can find something to interest you each time you come. And it's small enough to deal with, see most things in, say, half an hour or something like that. But if you want to stay and look around, look at all the street furniture about, there are so many different things, and of course we keep trying to change the exhibits, so people who come regularly will always see something new.